Raise your hand if you opened your banking app this month, looked at your Social Security deposit, and immediately thought, this isn't going to be enough. That feeling hits instantly. You start doing mental math. Groceries, electric bill, gas, prescriptions, Zand. Suddenly, the entire month feels tight before it even begins. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of Americans on Social Security, SSI, and SSD are feeling the same pressure right now. But here's the important part, and listen closely. Relief isn't just a rumor anymore. It isn't a headline guess. It's officially scheduled. The Social Security Administration has confirmed new payment dates, benefit increases, and rule changes starting January 1. Steve, you rely on Social Security, SSI, or any federal benefit. This video is not optional. It's essential because by the end of the next 10 minutes, you'll know how much your benefit is increasingly when your January payment arrives, saying one change that could quietly impact your income. If you're not prepared, let's break it all down clearly, calmly, and step by step. Let's start with the headline. Everyone is talking about the 2024 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. The official number is 87%. Now that number sounds big, but what does it actually mean for you? COLA is not a bonus. It's not extra help. It's the government admitting one simple truth: everything costs more. Food prices are up, utilities are up, rent, insurance, and medical costs keep climbing. COLA is meant to keep your benefits from falling behind inflations. So let's translate that percentage into real dollars. For the average retiree, benefits are increasing by about $140 per month. For couples receiving benefits, the increase is closer to $240 per month. That's money meant to help cover everyday expenses, not luxuries. This increase doesn't just apply to retirees, it also applies to SSDI, SSIVA benefits. This is a system-wide adjustment. And this is important, just because the increase starts January 1st doesn't mean everyone gets paid on the same day. That brings us to the most critical part: your January payment schedule. Social Security payments are not random. They're tied to your birth date. For January, knowing your exact date matters here. How the system works for retirement and SSDI benefits. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th, your payment arrives on the 2nd Wednesday of the month. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, you're paid on the 3rd Wednesday. If you were born between the 21st and the 31st, your payment comes on the 4th Wednesday. So, for January, circle these dates: January 10th, January the 17th of January 2. For thou, let's talk about SSI, because this is where many people get caught off guard. SSI is normally paid on the 1st of the month, but January 1st is a federal holiday. That means your January SSI payment arrives early on Friday, December 2. This is not extra money, it's simply January's payment arriving ahead of schedule. If you're not expecting it, it's easy to spend it too quickly, so planning ahead is key. Now let's address something that frustrates many people. You hear about an 87% increase. You do the math in your head, then the check arrives, and it's lower than expected. What happened for most people? The answer is Medicare Part B. You're enrolled in Medicare Part B. The premium is automatically deducted from your Social Security. Check for 2024. That premium is $164.90 per month. So here's what actually happens. Your benefit increases by 7%. Medicare takes its premium, you receive the remaining amount. This is why many people feel like their raise disappeared. Didn't. But it was partially offset. The key takeaway here is awareness. When you know this ahead of time, you can plan your budget instead of feeling blindsided. Finally, let's talk about a change that could help many. Fewer. Receiving Social Security and still want or need to work. The earnings limits have increased for 2024. If you're under full retirement age, you can earn up to $22,320 without losing benefits. Above that, $1 is withheld for every $2 earned. Then the year you reach full retirement age, the limit increases to $5,950. Only $1 is withheld for every $3 earned above the limit. And once you reach full retirement age, the limit disappears completely. This gives you flexibility. It gives you options, and most importantly, it gives you control. Let's recap. An 7% COLA increase begins January 1st. January payment dates depend on your birth date. SSI arrives early on December. Medicare Part B affects your net check. Earnings rules are more flexible in 22. For if this video helped you feel more prepared, like and subscribe. And don't miss the next video. Why is your Social Security check lower this month? The real tax deduction explained. Thanks for watching, and here's to a more secure year ahead.